And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio. And I've added a mod. I have added a mod that is beautiful. It's called Factory Planner. Right up here, Factory Planner. It is a beautiful mod, well done, expertly made, and oh, so helpful. So in here, let's just, if we just delete this, right, and we'll just go up and just delete. Can I just delete all of these? Just delete. Start from scratch. Let's start from scratch so I can show how this all works. All right. So, Factory Planner. We want a new subfactory. We're going to name this Uber Blues, and we're going to give it a nice blue texture there, and good to go. Uber Blues. Now we need to add a product that we want to make from Uber Blues, and again, it's going to be blues, and it's going to be 10,000. Okay, 10,000. Timescale defaults to 1 minute. Okay, 10,000 for every minute. Now we need to specify what we need out of all of these. So we need to set up the machine. We need to specify the modules. We need to specify this has 4 beacons with speed modules. Okay. So if you look at this thing is telling me you need 170.1, which is exactly what I had calculated. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but as far as math goes, I can't. It's 170 of these crafters with this setup going to consume 3.1 thousand sulfur a minute, 9.3 thousand red circuits a minute, and 6.2 thousand engine units a minute. That's a lot of engine units. Okay, so we can specify this. Left click, add recipe to the end. Right click, specify amount. So we can change this to like 6250, right? It'll tweak it a little bit, and now we're overproducing. No, go up. How do I get rid of this? Control right click. There we go. So yeah, we're eking this out. Let's just set this back to 100. Keep the decimal here. I don't mind. All right, so we need 6,200 items per minute. We can specify, instead of items per minute, we could specify maybe something else. Items per second down here, timescale, items per second. So you can see even our items per second, we're not exceeding 180 on any of these. So a full belt of all of these is going to be plenty to supply all 170 of these. Granted, 6,200 a minute, that's a lot. So let's add these engines to our list to try to calculate how many that we're going to need for all of these. So we're going to left click the engines, and we're going to say this recipe is the only one we get. That's the one we want. Again, we want max assembly machine. Those get beacons. Each one of these is going to have 4 with max speed. It's going to produce 6,250 items a minute, and it's going to consume, let's set it down to 1 second. Again, none of these are over 180. So we don't need to worry too much about this. But this is going to use 88.5 crafters. And you can see how much power this is going to use. 700 megawatts just for this step. Another 370 megawatts just for this step. This is over a gigawatt of power just for these 2 crafts. And that doesn't count like the steel and the gears and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention the advanced circuits this is going to consume. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. So we need 88 and a half, basically 89 crafters for the engine units. So if we come up here and we say, oh, this is all good, but if we add one of these, right? If we add one down here, oh my goodness, am I really that out of range? You know, let's get a... Can I get this in here and not upset the balance of the force? Let's take you away. Wait, am I... Really? I can't place? Weird. I wonder if the long reach... Because I saw in the notes that the long reach, or it changed a little bit as far as ghosting is concerned. I can still access stuff. Oh no, I can't. What? Oh, you know what happened? I added a mod, so you got to reset those. Confirm. Back. Resume. And now I should be able. Yeah. That's what it was. Okay. Anytime that happens, you just go and set that value and you should be good to go. So I need 88 of these bad boys. That's a lot. That's a lot of these. But if I add one down here, basically flip this to go like so. That means each one of these, instead of having 4, okay, it's going to have 6, right? So we can just go up here and say we're going to have, instead of 4, we're going to have 6 crafters, or 6 of these, right? And that brings us down to 60 machines. That's a little bit more manageable. I mean, a little bit more manageable. Let's get ourselves some power over here. Like so. All right. Now, we're going to clear those away, because this line is going to be over here. Say, because this sticks out one, so it's going to stick out one, so it matches that perfectly. So this is 6 of these, and we need a total of 60 assembly machines for these. Okay. Now, that means 10 blocks total. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trees, what are you doing over here? Get away. Oh, what? Why did my frame rate suddenly drop? Ah. Yeah, when the green circuits kick on, boy. Woo wee. You know, 1.2 million a minute is nothing to sneeze at. It's a lot. It's a lot of green circuits. That's a big setup over there, but it's good because it's, you know, we can use it. All right. So remember, we need to make sure to add. Well, we can do one of these. Create a new. This is going to be Uber yellow here. Okay. We're going to want yellows 10,000. And again, I don't know exactly how many of these that we're going to need, but we're definitely going to be productivity modulating them. Look at that. It's saying over 1,000 machines. Let's see. What does my yellow science thing look like at the moment? I mean, it's low density and it's flying robot frames and blue circuits. And it really isn't that fancy. I mean, there's nothing special about this. So I am thinking we're going to be able to possibly maybe do the same thing here. So let's assume we're going to be able to have 6 beacons with speed modules in them. All right, that's 2,000 flying robot frames, which is 2,000 a minute. Oh, I don't think this should matter too much, but let's get 6 speeds. It doesn't bump this down at all, but because this is dropped down a little bit, you can see still need 40 crafters for flying robot frames. That's a lot. Electric engine units are going to use regular engine units. We're definitely going to want to productivity module those and beacon them. Let's consider 6 with speed. We'll know the numbers a little bit closer, but we know we can productivity. That's the important thing. So it's amazing, like, how much fewer of these you need to keep these going. I love that the math is done for me. So we only need another roughly 813 of the engine units per minute. Okay. So this is producing 6,200 a minute versus the 800 we need here. So, you know, I'm thinking just a couple extra setups here will be fine for the extra that we need. Let's go 1, 2, 3 just for funsies. And that will be plenty extra for the extra that we need down here. So I'm gonna grab a load. No, that's an unloader. I need the loader here. Right here. And we're gonna control X this, flip, and place. And this guy will be a simple enough thing, engine units. And let's, I don't know what color to make him. Let's make him like a mauve or whatever that color is. I think this guy would probably be fine. All right, everybody there set? You're set? Everybody's good? Okay. So, engine units are ready and rocking and rolling. So these are ready to go. They need a whole crap ton of materials, but it is what it is. We're going to have basically 2 belts of something coming out. And then we're going to have you basically coming out here. you. Like that. And we are going to split it with a priority to the right to prioritize the creation of these. And then any extra that we may not want, we can drop it down to somewhere in this vicinity. And this will be our supply of engine units for future endeavors. Like so. So this will be prioritized output over here. All right, so now we need... Oh yeah, we'll route all that stuff later. We need to basically copy all of this, flip it, so all the belts are going the right direction. So if we look at this again, we need 170 of these, of these crafters, right? So this is 6. This is a block of 6 crafters in one nice block. So 170. Let's do 171 divided by 6. 28 segments, 28 blocks of this. So I'm thinking 14 above. Ooh, we're gonna run into problems there. Let's see how many we can get. Let's see how many we can get here. So yeah, we need basically 28 and a half. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We do 7 and then 14, and we have 4 rows of these. Okay, that would be 28. This is a lot. How many modules are we down to? I've got a huge amount of module production going on over here. We're not doing too bad. Having that just going constantly. And if we look at items per second, again, none of these are exceeding 180. So we don't really have to worry too much about the craziness. I want to have, I need these. Now did I set that up to be 6, right? No, I didn't. So these are actually hit. Number of effect sources, 12. Okay, maybe that's where my math is falling apart. But so we actually have 12 beacons. Plus 900. Speed plus 510. That's 210. So my speed is not reflecting. This is double what I need. This needs to be 6. There we go. Much better. As long as your energy consumption plus 900, so that matches. Productivity, obviously 60. Speed at 210. So our speed is 210. If all of your numbers match in here, then you know you've done it right. So we only need 115. 0.2, so 160 divided by 6. That's only 19 and a third. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 7 would be 14. 8 and 8 would be 16. Okay. So if we did 7, 7, and then change. So if we did all of these, that's 14. And then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and a little bit. So 20 times 6 is 120 crafters, and we needed 115. Glorious. There we go. Now all we need is all of the gubbins that go into all of these. Let's figure this one out here. What do these need the most of? Circuits. So I'll do this line, and these inside lines will be the circuits. All right. And you, and you, and you. This line. The next one is engine units. That can be this one. Engine unit. Engine unit. Engine. 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 These are not going to be compressed, obviously. Yeah, we can keep that standard. Like so. Oh, I forgot this guy here. There we go. So that's the engine units. And then this will be something like that with some power. Ugh. Here and here. And that's perfect for the red circuits, because those can go right up through here. Take these kind of out in the middle. So those are the red circuits, which are going to be, well, give ourselves a nice amount of that. Okay, so red circuits are going in. Oh, I missed these guys. You and you. And just in case. Split that. Because that's going down in here, right? So we should be able to push, you know, a lot of stuff in here. Now, the sulfur, that's really going to be easy. Because that's basically one of these. Let's do... Get that angled right. And then copy this. Right like that. Oh. Well, that one is better to copy. Okay. Sulfur is going to be compressed, so we want to make sure. That kind of seems ridiculous to have those, even though they're so close to one another. Like that. Really? Think that's pretty good. And this one down here, this is where sulfur is going to come from. So right somewhere in there. Like that, like that. Okay, we have ourselves potentially some production ready to rock and roll here. I just need to get some trains ready to go to deliver all of these goodies. How is our steel production doing? Steel is actually not doing bad. This is one of those setups that I really, really wish I would have planned a little bit better, because I think we're going to have to eventually move steel to a giant area to produce vast amounts of steel. I think steel is not up to par just yet. Where do we want to deliver all of this stuff? Well, I think these are going the wrong way, so we're going to want, first of all, we don't need those out there, but these will eventually go this way. And this way. So all of these will probably combine. Well, let's give it, there's no reason to be all squishy about it, so. Like so. I mean, from here so. And then we can have 2 belts going out somewhere. And we're going to need probably a loading station somewhere in here. So we can then bend these this way. And probably, well, like what does this say our items per second are going to be? 166 items per second. So yeah, we're not going to need 2 belts for that. Long dead trees, unfortunately. And then somewhere in here will be a rail. So let's get a quick buffer chat or buffer warehouse. Do we have logistics cover? Oh, we do. We are in logistics coverage right here, so that's good. This I want to request blues, like 360,000. Like so. Since we're right next to the base, well, near-ish the base. Let's see. Where's our blues? Right up here. This is why right here. We had a lot of blues. So I think deconstruct all of that. All of that. All of that. So all of the blues that I'm doing, and now for the final boink. All this stream of bots. I mean, at the very least, it, you know, plugs in more bots into the system. There were there were a lot of bots in that one up here. That was a lot of bots that streamed out of there. Oh, I guess they're all done. Kind of like how it, you know, deploys more than are needed, and then once the job is done, they all go kind of to their respective corners. All right, but we have some trains to set up now. I've mentioned this before, but I discovered you can shift click and ghost place trains. But the only catch is for the wagons, you got to do wagons one at a time. So yeah, this is how I get so many trains deployed. As long as you have ample amounts of production, this shouldn't be too, you know, too much of a burden. And then for my little doodads here, I've got 2 and 12. I got enough for 2 sets on me. So what I do is I grab these, control right click, control left click, and then control click both of those. And that puts in, you know, all of those. And so I do 2 at a time. And usually the bots are on the ball, but sometimes they're, you know, a little slow. But I have a pretty high amount of backlog of the engines and the fusion reactors. Is this one done already? It is. So these are all done. These are all done. And these trains are all done. Nice. Now it's just a matter of setting up things and stuff and getting all this stuff out here. Granted, there is... I don't really think I need a teleporter system over here. But I'm going to set up... Like, all the station names are done already. I did all those. I need to grab all of this stuff, though, before any trains are sent. So yeah, I'll get a whole bunch of trains here ready to rock and roll, and we'll come back next episode and kickstart all of this crafting and stuff and things. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.